Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. Today I thought we'd just do a beautiful, warm little winter scene. So let's start out, have them do all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with me, and they'll come across right about there. So, tell you what, let me show you what I've done up here. I've got my standard old canvas up here. This is a double prime, pre-stretched canvas. We don't recommend canvas boards. And onto that, I've put a piece of contact paper with an oval cut out of it. And that's basically all we've done, just covered this with liquid white and it's ready to go. So let's go. And today we're going to use a very limited palette, which means we're only going to use a few colors. So let's start out with a little alizarin crimson, just a little on the old 2-inch brush. And we'll go right up here and just bounce in a little bit of pink. And this is one of those paintings that it should make you happy. Just enjoy this. This is not something you should labor over or worry about. Enjoy it. If you've been with us before, you've probably heard me say, if painting does nothing else, it should make you happy. Should make you happy. There. Okay. Still using little crisscross strokes, just little X's, that's all. That's all. And with a big old 2-inch brush, it didn't take too long to really cover a lot of area. And when you get done, shoot, you go out in the yard and paint a barn, or the house, or whatever. There. I know these look like house painting brushes, but they're really not. They're very fine artist brushes. There we go. Okay, right on up. I don't know, wherever, maybe about to here. Looks like a big Easter egg already. There. Now then, let's take, we won't even clean the brush because alizarin crimson is not a very strong color. We'll go right into a little phthalo blue and just put a little into the bristles and tap the bristles. See, that gets a nice even distribution of color all the way through the bristles, and that's what we're looking for. Otherwise, if you just hit that big gob of paint and go up here, you're going to have huge blue streaks that are very hard to work out. Work those bristles in the color. There. Now we'll start at the top and just blend a little touch of that blue into here. I don't want a great deal. Just a little. Just a little. And let it blend downward. About like so. Shoot, you can even tap in a little stringy cloud here and there if you want it. We'll come back and blend this in a second. Right now we're just putting a little color in. Like that. And while we got it on the brush, let's add a little bit down here in the bottom part, which will probably be water. As I say, I think we'll do a little winter picture today. Winter pictures are very nice. I enjoy doing them. And I like to make winter scenes with a little warmth in them. That's why I use the pink. But some people, well, I was talking to my friend Ken just the other day from New Jersey, and he said he wanted a scene that was cold. If you want a cold scene, then all you need to do is just take and leave the pink out. Just use blue and grays. Mix a little midnight black with it. Shoot, you'll have a cold winter scene, I guarantee. Now then, let's wash your old brush. That's the fun part. Shake it off. There we go, we're in business now. Now that the brush is good and clean and dry, and the cameraman's covered again, we can just take this and blend it out. Just blend it. And where the two come together, you'll get sort of a lavender color, which is very pretty. There. Something about like so. And down here, we just go gently, gently, all the way across. We're not applying much pressure, just enough to sort of blend everything together. Okay. Now then, today, let's build us a little cloud. We'll use a fan brush today. Let's go right into titanium white. Good old titanium white. And we'll go up here, and I'm just going to put in the indication of just a happy little cloud using just the corner of the fan brush. And you could do this with a 1-inch brush. It works very well. Very well. There we go. Now maybe, let me grab another fan brush. Let's have 2 of them going. Maybe we want to put a little color into that cloud. We could take a little blue, a little alizarin crimson, and we'll make a lavender color here. Let me grab a little white. Little lavender color. Little bit. Ooh, that's pretty nice. That's coming along. and just adjust it back and forth until it's the way you want it. And let's go up in here, and we'll just come in, and we'll put a little color underneath. There. That's all there is to it. A little more of the white. That'll sort of mix it together. There, let me find a big brush. Now, clean, dry, 2-inch brush, very gently, using just the corner. Just the corner. And I like the 2-inch brush because it has a lot of bristles. And then we'll fluff it, lift it, tease it a little, and then very gently go across. Isn't that a nice way of making a very effective little cloud? You can do that. Maybe right here, we'll have another little cloud. And you can do this either way. You can put the light in first and then the dark. It doesn't much matter, as long as you blend them together gently. Little light in. Get my little fan brush that has that touch of dark color on it. Put a little under the base, under the bottom. That'll indicate the light's coming from above. And then very gently, 3 hairs and some air. All we do is just stir it up, mix it up, blend it, fluff it, lift it, and then very lightly, just go over it like that. There. And you can put clouds in front of clouds. Maybe you want another little cloud, little baby cloud, maybe it lives right here. Maybe this is a mommy cloud here. There. Can't ever tell. Who knows? Who knows? There we go. Blend them together. Give that one a little fluff. And off we go. Isn't that easy? We've got some nice little, very effective clouds that just float around the sky and have a good time all day. Wash the old fan brush off. And as you know, we just wash the brushes in odorless thinner. And the little brushes I just wipe on a paper towel to dry them. Now then, let's take Midnight Black and Alizarin Crimson. Just black and crimson today. What the heck? That's all we need. Put these two together. It makes a very dark lavender color. Cut off our little roll of paint right out on the edge of the knife. And maybe in our world there lives, boy, there does now, maybe there's a mountain right here. Okay, now this is an extremely simple little painting we're going to do today. Just want to show you how effective it can be. Just playing with some colors. Very simple little painting. This is a type painting that one of our instructors would teach you probably on the first or second day of class, and you could do it. And we have instructors that travel all over the United States spreading the joy of painting. There, take a large brush, grab this, and pull it. Pull it. In fact, maybe earlier in the series you saw Dana Jester on the show here with us with the squirrels all over him. I had to have somebody to help me with all them little rascals. We had 4 of them here in the studio, and well, they were giving us a fit. They wanted to play. And as you know, in a television studio, you have to be sort of quiet and not run around. They don't know that rule. They just wanted to have a good time and play with everybody here. And of course, everybody here fell in love with them. There. But we want this now to blend right into a nice, soft, misty area there. Very soft. All right. Let's take our knife. This is a fun part. This is a fun part. I'm going to take titanium white, pull it out as flat as I can get it, and the least little touch of alizarin crimson to it. Least little touch, just to warm it up a little, give it a little warm flavor. Pull it out flat once again. Cut across, and we get our very small roll of paint right out on the edge of the knife. There we go. Now then, let's have our light coming from the right, because I'm right-handed, and that's normally easier for right-handed people. There we go. See there? Now then, maybe have a little snow right there, wherever you want it. Just think about where light would zing through there and play and make all these little highlights on the mountain. That's really all we're looking for at this point. There we go. I really and truly enjoy doing mountains. As I've mentioned before, I lived in Alaska for about a dozen years, and they have some of the most beautiful mountain scenery there that I've ever seen. Absolutely gorgeous. I had been born and raised in Florida and was 21 years old before I ever saw snow. Shoot, that's been nearly 10, 12 years ago now. Well, maybe a little more than that. Okay, there. Devil's gonna get me for telling stories. A little blue, a little black into it. And off we go. Everybody around here is laughing when I say it was just 10 or 12 years ago. Cut off a little roll of paint. Go right up here, touch, and let's put in the indication of some nice little shadow areas here. No pressure. Absolutely no pressure. Just let the knife barely graze the canvas. Just barely touch. And that's what causes all that breaking. You want those little holes in there. Want them in there. There. Okay, maybe a little shadow right in there. Wherever. Now we can come back and we can begin adding all kinds of little extras in our mountain. See, you can do this. You can put all kinds of little things that you want in there. You can do it. On this canvas, you can do anything that you want to do. Total power. There we go. There we go. Very gentle, though. Very gentle. No pressure. There. Sometimes it's nice to go back and pick up a little of that dark and lay a little dark indication here and there. Just makes it look like there's some deep shadow some places. There we go. But don't overdo. You can overdo real quick. Real quick. There. It's a trick I learned from my son. He makes some beautiful mountains. There. Okay. Now then, we'll just take a clean, dry brush and tap this, following the angles. Always follow the angles. There we go. And lift it. That takes out the tap marks, brings everything together. That easy. Over here, we'll follow these angles. Just however you painted it, that's exactly the angle that you want to follow. And if you come along like this and go all the way across, it's going to look like somebody took a big razor blade and just cut it off and just sort of left it hanging there. So follow those angles. There. And once in a while you can grab a little of that white and let it look like a little reflected light going down the side there. Another little thing that's fun. Take a little of that same shadow color and just tap in like so. There it is. Maybe there's just a little hill right there. And that sort of pushes everything back, gives another plane. Just like that. Okay. Looks like there's a little white paint up here in the sky that I sort of missed, didn't see it. But we'll just put a shadow under it, and that easy. We'll turn it into another little peak. See, we don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. Because the mountain looks better now with a peak like that. There. Okay, now then, tell you what let's do today. Tell you what let's do. I have some lavender mixed up here. Let's see what it looks like. We'll take lavender, put a little white in it. Yeah, I want it more to the crimson side. So alizarin, crimson, phthalo blue, and white. That's really all we have here. I want to make a nice sort of light lavender. Oh, that's nice. I like that right there. Right there. But when you do yours, if you want it more to the blue or the red side, that's up to you. That's totally up to you. Here's a dirty fan brush. We'll just use it. Same one we was making the clouds with. This is number 3 fan brush. But you could use your 6. All right, load it full of color. A lot of color on it. Let's go up here. Maybe in our world. Yep. See, right there, I'm going to push in a little tree, and I'm pushing upward here. I want these particular evergreens to have little upward arms on them. Depending on where you live, evergreens are different. In some places, the limbs sort of hang downward. In other places, they sort of push upward. And also depends on the kind of tree it is. There's a lot of different types of evergreen trees. maybe, yep. Put another one there. And this one's maybe got a little crook. I hate having all my trees just perfectly straight. I'd really rather see trees that have some character to them. And I always tell myself that maybe when that tree was young, maybe something stepped on it, or maybe a squirrel ate its top off or something. I don't know. But just anything, just to keep it from being too bland. There we are. Okay, now then, that's pretty clean. There, we'll just take that brush, and I want to just begin tapping this. And I'm going to pick up a little of this color and bring it over here, and then let it just fade right on out to nothing. See how soft that gets? Good. All right. Now then, take a little of that same color, and let's decide where we would have a little reflection. And maybe it's right there. Pull it straight down. Just a tiny bit of that reflection. Go across. Now then, let's take some liquid white. Liquid white. I'm going to put a little touch of alizarin crimson into it. Just enough to warm it up a little so it feels good. Pull it out flat, cut across. See? Flat, cut across. Now then, we take that, and we go right up here, and let's just cut us in a little water line. Just cut it in. There. Just sort of let it wander back into there. There we go. Wipe my knife off. There. Maybe there's a little ripple here and there. We don't want too many. Just a few little things in there. Now then. Well, I still got that number 3 fan brush going. I guess it's okay. Doesn't make much difference, whatever works for you. Clean off a spot. Let's take black and Prussian blue. Prussian blue is strong, strong, strong. Crimson. So we got black, Prussian blue, and alizarin crimson. There we are. Very dark though, very dark color. Should look black. Clean off the old knife here. Now then. Just wipe the excess off that number 3 fan brush. We'll use it. As I say, doesn't matter. All right. Now, this good dark color, and the brush is fully loaded. Let's have us a tree that lives right there. Start off with just a little line, and then we're going to push upward. Push upward. And with that, we'll make our happy little evergreen tree, just like that. There he goes. Goes, yeah. See, that's all there is to it. I'm going to make several of these. And while I'm making these, let me share another one of my little creatures with you. As I say, I am such a nut for these little creatures. This is my crow here, and he lives with me. We call him Midnight. Isn't he a mean-looking son of a gun? And he's one of the nicest little creatures that you've ever seen. That's Midnight. He lives in my backyard right now. And sort of a sad story with him. Somebody tried to shoot his wing off, and he didn't do too good for a while. We didn't know if old Midnight was going to make it for a long time, but a lot of nice people have helped him, and I think he's going to be okay now. But he'll never be able to fly again, which it's hard. It's hard to watch that when you see something as beautiful as he is, and he'll never be able to fly again. There. Now then, let's just grab this old 2-inch brush. I want some reflections under there. Pull it straight down, straight down, straight down. And go across. There. All right. Now then, let me find. We'll use a 1-inch brush. I want to pop in a couple little bushes, or some dark color that'll end up being bushes in here. There we go. This is that same dark color. Now then, let's take our knife. Just cut right through there, make the indication of a few little trunks and sticks and everything. There. Did you like that old crow? He's something else. He is something else. He's a pretty nice old bird, though. I hate it that he, as I say, that he'll never be able to fly, though. That bothers me terribly. That somebody would just shoot him just for the heck of it. Let me grab a little pink here. And I'm not opposed to hunting. My father was an avid hunter, but I'm opposed to shooting things for no reason. I'm just pulling a little color in here. This is just titanium white with a little alizarin crimson. I want to warm it up some. And we go up here, and let's just put us in just a beautiful little snow-covered bush right out here on the edge. There. A little more of the liquid white. And the liquid white's in there only to thin the color, because as you know, a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. And the color that we have up here initially is very thick. I want another one. Maybe we'll have him there. Work in layers, one layer at a time. Now you can reverse the brush. See there? Put some little doers down here in the water. Down in the water. And this is your test to see how gentle you are. Barely touch and go down, go across, and we can make those nice little mirror reflections. I like those. They're fun. Now then, we'll just use some titanium white. What the heck? What the heck? We'll come right along here and just put in a little bit of snow. Like that. There we go. A little bit of our liquid white. And we can come back, cut us in a water line. There we are. And off we go. We can take the clean edge of the knife, scratch us in a stick and a twig. Then we're in business. And I tell you what, today I want to pull this oval off now, and I'm going to play a little bit. You know me. Let's just take that right off there. And voila, there we go. Now then, I always like to have big trees in my painting, so guess what? Guess what? You're right. Let's take that old dark tree color fan brush. And I went to a number 6 fan brush. I want it to be bigger. Let's go right there. And we're going to come right outside of this oval, and we're going to let this big old tree, we're going to let him look out into the sunlight. And there he goes. There he goes. There. Okay. Pushing upward, though. Always pushing upward. There. I might have should have done this with a 2-inch brush, big as this tree's becoming. Didn't know it was going to be quite that big, but that's all right. Let it go. Let it go. Boy, when I said big tree, I was serious this time. Whew. I'm going to stop it there. Otherwise, it's going to eat up the whole world. The tree that ate up the world. Sounds like a nice theme for a horror movie or something. Go, another little tree. I got to have a friend for him. Got to have a friend for him. Otherwise, he'll get lonely sitting here. There. Don't want him lonely. Push upward, though. Continually pushing upward. Now then. Going back to my 1-inch brush that has the dark color on it. Somehow I have to stop this tree, so we'll put a bush under his foot. There, we got him slowed down now. Got him slowed down. Maybe, well, we'll just come on out here. What the heck? Let your imagination go when you're doing these little paintings. That's what makes it fun. Just let them go. Let them go. And then take a little white, little dark sienna, mix it together. And let's come up here. Choom. Put the indication just here and there of a little trunk that lives in these trees. I don't want much. Grab another fan brush. I'm going to take titanium white and a little bit of phthalo blue on it. White and blue. And let's come back in here. And I want to put a few little highlights on this big old tree here. This is just phthalo blue and white. Like that. Think about shape and form. I know you get tired of hearing that, but it is so important. Don't just throw this in at random. You'll be unhappy. A little bit on this tree too. Don't want as much on that one. There. Darker, darker, darker down in there. Again, these little ones back here. I want a little bit back in here too. Don't want them left out. These are farther away, so I don't want as much detail in them. Just enough so you know they got a little something happening in them too. We're going to liquid white, a little bit of the crimson, and let's come in here and let's put some nice highlights on these little bushes that live right in here. There we go. See, just drop them in, drop them in. Maybe there's one lives right there. And we got a minute left here, so let's put a little path. Take a little white. Shoom, we gotta have a way to get back to this big old tree. There it goes. Just a happy little path that lives right there. We need just a couple of bushes on this side, and that'll push that path right back in there. We need our dark in there first. Then a little liquid white, a little titanium white, and we'll put a bush over here. Shoot. Isn't that a nice way, though, of making just a beautiful little winter scene? And you can do this. I think you'll enjoy it. So I tell you what, I think with that, we're going to call that one finished. From all of us here, happy painting. God bless, my friend.